Oh yeah, that is liquid Doctor Who. That is.
Well, hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name's Paul, and as always, I'm joined by,
Thomas.
and we are about to dive into another Doctor Who story, right from the beginning of another one this time. We're about to watch Genesis of the Daleks. Um, Thomas, are you aware of this story at all?
No,
Ah, okay. Well, there we go.
I don't think so. Oh, I mean, the title rings a bell. Um, it's got me. Well, Genesis and Daleks makes me think of the Genesis arc in Doomsday. I don't know if there's a connection there. Um,
Right.
Other than that, I mean, well, it implies it's to do with creation of the Daleks. I'm kind of maybe expecting Davros appearance. Could it be the first appearance of Davros in the show? I don't know, but yeah, no, I don't know anything about the story really. If that's what you're asking,
Yeah. No. Fair enough. Fair enough. So
all
yeah,
speculation. Yeah.
yeah. No. No. I mean, that's understandable given the title where you get those things from. So yeah, sure. So we've got it's a six-parter.
Mm,
It was broadcast from the 8th of March to the 12th of April 1975, written by Terry Nation,
okay.
um,
Yeah.
and directed by David Maloney. Now, this is actually the last six-part story, which isn't a season finale.
Wow.
So they apparently the production crew decided that because the show was getting criticised for having excessively long stories, from here on in, everything was going to be a four-part. Everything would be a four-parter basically, and the only time they might do a six-parter would be as a finale. So this is the sort of the exception to the rule. And I don't really want to give too much away about this in terms of I don't want to put expectations too much in front of you, but I mean I think it's probably worth mentioning. Like a lot of people like who've watched Modern Who, like when you watch YouTube reactors, if they ever go back and watch Classic Who, this is probably one of the ones they maybe watch.
Right. Interesting.
So
Yeah.
Tom Baker said it was one of his favorite stories. Terry Nation thinks it's one of the best ones he wrote. Um, it is the most repeated Doctor Who story on BBC TV
Yeah.
analog services,
Huh.
and it's sort of been retransmitted on satellite TV stations loads of times as well. Um, in 1998, um, in a poll in 1998 by Doctor Who magazine, over 2,500 voters placed it top of a poll to find the greatest Doctor Who story of all time.
Wow.
It regularly features in the top tens of other similar polls down the years, ranking as the most popular Fourth Doctor story in 1998 and 2014, and the second most popular Fourth Doctor story in the 60th anniversary poll in 2023.
Wow. Okay. So this is a beloved one.
Yeah, so yeah, it's generally well thought of, but obviously, you can make your own decisions on this. So
Well, yeah, no, I'm kind of glad you told me that going in though, because that's always quite nice to hear the kind of about the legacy of some of these things, and
and
yeah, no, it's made me even more excited to watch it.
and for me, like I said, so when I had this on video recorded off the telly, because this was part of the stuff in the 90s when they showed a story for each Doctor. This was the one I think for, I said for Hartnell we had the Time Meddler, and then we had the Mind Robber for Troughton, Sea Devils, and well, there was a couple of ones for Pertwee over different points. I got confused which ones were which, but this was the Tom Baker one that I remember seeing, Genesis of the Daleks. So I
Yeah.
was very familiar with this story as a child, having watched it numerous times. So yeah, be I've seen a few people react to it recently, but I've not seen the story in full for I guess quite a while. So I'll be looking forward to seeing it really.
Okie dokie. Well, should we stick it on?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go for it. So, can I say, I really love this intro, but I keep noticing the light on top of the TARDIS is just so poorly done. It's just this little blob.
Is
Like,
that going to be your only criticism of this story?
that's going to be my criticism, yeah, of this story. Although, in fairness, it's not really just this story. So,
Yeah. So has Terry Nation done all the Dalek stories up to this point,
um,
or been involved with them in
I don't think he's written all of them, but did a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, that's already a striking image, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. Those yeah, that red and yellow kind of gas mask is such a thing.
Gosh, that's pretty visceral.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not seeing any gore, but it's striking, isn't it? Yeah,
feels very sort of World War One-esque, doesn't it?
it does. Yeah.
Gas and barbed wire and stuff
And
like
who's
that.
this guy?
That time ring is your lifeline.
This
Good luck,
weapon is
Doctor.
your life.
Just a moment.
Don't just disappear. What about Sarah and Harry?
So this is retroactively has been described as the first shots in the Time War.
Ah,
The
interesting.
Time Lords trying to interfere in Dalek creation.
Yeah, wow.
No, there's been a slight change of plan. It's a Scaro.
Because the Time War is an entirely modern era term, isn't it?
Yeah,
Which was something I didn't realise before we embarked on this experiment.
no,
I kind of assumed it had always been baked into the Doctor mythology, but yeah. But yeah, this is cool. So we're on Skaro. Time Lords have sent him to interfere.
I shall go to command headquarters with General Raiden. Grab the ammunition and clean your weapons.
Oh, that's cool. Reminds me of the mini roller coasters at theme parks, the ones that take you through a cave,
yeah,
some things to shoot at.
like a theme story or something. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Legoland.
I've heard Davros say there is no intelligent life on other planets.
Davros.
So either he is wrong or you are lying.
We are not lying.
And Davros is never wrong about anything.
Really must be exceptional. Even I am occasionally wrong about some things. Who is this Davros?
Our greatest scientist. He's in
Yes.
charge of all research at the bunker.
There could be mutos, Nida. Intelligent mutos who've developed a technology.
Again, this has a lot of Nazi echoes, doesn't it?
yeah. I mean, even
Your views are not important.
the uniforms and the salutes.
Ready,
There we
Davros.
go.
Observe the test closely, my friend. This will be a moment that will live in history.
Nice.
Halt. Turn right. Halt. Now. Exterminate. Perfect. The weaponry is perfect. Now we can begin.
Oh, yeah. That is liquid Doctor Who, that is.
I think what's so good about that that sort of ending, that cliffhanger there, is that you you know there's going to be Daleks,
Yeah.
Genesis of the Daleks. So the reveal, it's a bit like I think the reveal at the end of is it the first episode of Day of the Daleks? You're like, oh, it's a Dalek, and it kind of because you know it's called Day of the Daleks, it kind of falls flat, but that somehow doesn't fall flat.
Yeah. It feels genuinely quite shocking. It's like, perfect. The weaponry is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
so-
you're like, this is nasty. What's going on here?
Yeah. And I mean, we'll obviously see more of this as we go through, like with Davros, but the actor who plays him in this, Michael Wisher, he's been in the story, a few previous episodes, stories we've watched actually, as another as a couple of different characters. He was he was in the Carnival of Monsters, I think, as one of those grey people.
Oh, okay.
And I think he's one of those. I think he was also, I might be wrong, I forget which one. He was one of like the news reporters, you know, when they talk to the screen in like some of those Pertwee stories.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But
Like the demons and
Yeah, I think, or maybe it's the Ambassadors of Death, one of those ones,
Okay, yeah.
um, but his voice, like Julian Bleach in the modern era, really captures the voice of Davros, as played here by Michael Wisher. Um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you make of him and the characterization that you see through this story.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
very design is basically the same.
It is, isn't it?
It's just an identical remake at that point. Um,
Yeah, no, I thought that was very well done. I think the highlight for me there was the way they did that ending, because also like keeping him kind of in the shadows. You don't really see him that clearly, even right at the end of the episode. I thought that was very well done.
and
And
imagine that you'd
so you're,
never.
yeah, you're
Gone.
sitting in on something that um, you almost feel like you shouldn't be seeing. It's like you're about to witness a significant moment in history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and seeing, obviously we know the character of Davros, but if you saw that for the first time, you're like, well, what is going on here? Because here's like a guy, but he's got this Dalek bottom kind of going
Yeah.
on. Um, it's a
More
really
machine than man now.
absolutely, So it's a really striking image, isn't it? Because obviously, we're sort of 12 years into the series, and we've not had any sort of real major additions to the Dalek lore, so to speak. But here we are going back to the beginning.
Yeah.
And we've got the return of the Thals,
Yeah.
but also the introduction of the Khaleds.
Which is an anagram of Dalek.
Absolutely, yeah, which is very clearly teed up for us by the Doctor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and as you said, there's a lot of sort of Nazi imagery being used being
Yeah.
used here.
What's their beef with the Thals? They absolutely despise them, don't they?
Yeah,
Kind of interesting.
yeah, this sort of constant war that they've been in for sort of centuries, and yeah, just this idea of this different, the different types of weaponry out there, and you've got the gas mask and the radiation stuff, and then you've got these kind of rifles which are quite old-fashioned, and then um, the sort of laser rifle things as well.
It's something you wouldn't realize if you'd just seen the modern era. Well, yeah, something I didn't realize until going back to classic era is just how much there is going on Skaro. Because I think from the modern era, you just get the sense that it's just like Dalek HQ, and there's just some Daleks hanging out there. But actually, the fact that you've got these different peoples, the Thals, first of all, we encountered them in the second ever story of Doctor Who, didn't we? They were there.
Yeah, yeah,
And now the Khaleds. There's actually like quite a complex political landscape on Skaro, isn't there?
yeah. Well, at
So
least
you
in
think,
this
yeah,
era.
in this era, yeah, they've kind of fleshed it out as it's gone, as with lots of Doctor Who lore. But that's quite an interesting context for the Daleks to be born into, isn't it? It's like there's already kind of racial hatred on this planet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
absolutely.
Davros is now building a kind of master race. Yeah.
And I really like the idea, the opening it's a great opener as well. It's a sort of pretty much it throws you straight in with the Doctor just being there on Skaro, and and you get a sense of something weightier, don't you, with the Time Lord being there and saying, we've got you, we'd like you to do this mission and go back and avert the creation of the Daleks, or tamper with it in such a way that it helps them to evolve into less aggressive beings, because they foresee a time when the Daleks will dominate all life.
Yeah. Yeah. Something tells me that he's not going to be able to prevent their creation entirely.
I don't know where you get that idea from.
um, and he's probably not going to be able to defeat Davros entirely. um, but yes, no, very good, very good. Yeah, I'm
A very
excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, really, I think it's a really strong opening episode, isn't it? Like, and like you don't, I don't think you miss the Daleks at all, do you? For
No,
that first 21 minutes or whatever it is.
It's a good move. Yeah, it feels a lot more formidable, that one at the end, because it's in so briefly and it just takes out all those targets in one go.
First time as well, we've had the Daleks firing an actual laser.
Oh
beam.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Although
it's normally just
it's...
the thing that kind of pops out and you know what I mean? The gun.
I know exactly what you mean.
And you don't actually see a laser, as you say. It just this whole screen just
screen goes negative. So the screen does still go negative on that one, but you don't. Yeah, so you get the laser at least. So it's developing ideas here.
Yeah. You knew what I meant. I'm sorry.
I knew.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I'm just not the best gesture. Sorry, my Mac is quite low on battery.
No, that's fine. We need to wrap up there anyway.
Yes. No, thanks for watching, everyone. Do subscribe if you'd like to stay in the loop. And we're very excited to see where this story goes. Paul's seen it before, obviously, but this is entirely new to me. So, yeah, do check out our Patreon for the full commentary track, Discord for more chat. And, yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye.